very quick recovery, thank goodness. Not only into yoga, but into an incredible herbal homeopath. Since the concept that I'm reading has an order, I thought you might like to have a copy of the one you missed. Now, it's still going to be a little bit ahead of the one you're getting today, I mean behind or whatever, but I thought you might like them, so if you want to pick them up after class. Then I wanted to announce, and since your family, I feel I can, otherwise I wouldn't. My husband has a new CD, recording of some of his chamber music, and it's very special because the trio on it was written for our daughter, Donna, our younger daughter, and one of her paintings was chosen for the cover. They sent a whole group of choices, these people who do the covers, and they chose her group of other painters, so we're very excited. And it's very beautiful. If you are interested, they have done what they often do for an author or a composer, have sent him a group of the CDs which can be sold to him at a lower price, at $12 instead of $17. I don't know if any of you are particularly interested in contemporary music. It's very contemporary, and you have to sort of listen with new ears. But if you are interested, I think it's neat. All right. Now I want to come down and be among you for a minute. I should remind all of you to bring your reading glasses because many times, I don't know how often, it may not happen again, I may bring things that I'd like you to see. So if you want to gather around me and not behind me, please, maybe in a semicircle. I'll move back. You've asked me often if I would talk to you when things occur in my life that are helped by yoga. And certainly many of you who've been with me a long time have been through happy times with me and some very unhappy times. And in each instance, it's been yoga that has either increased the joy or has made the pain terrible. But one tends, and since I also passed out those pages on accident, sounds like major problems, we forget that sometimes minor problems, irritations, can cause us much more grief, so to speak, not real grief, but can make us feel much more interrupted in our lives than sometimes something major to which we respond. The adrenal glands help us. It's a challenge. We need to meet something and we rise to it. With the little things, sometimes we just get kind of disappointed. So last week, when I went home Tuesday night after teaching here, I felt physically marvelous. I thought maybe for the first time since the accident last August that I was really getting my energy back and feeling very normal. I went to bed blithely and half an hour later wakened with a raging sore throat. And I thought, oh, yeah. And so the next day, with it still continuing, I felt very sorry for myself. And for some reason, I don't know why I would do it at that moment. It was the least good thing to have done. I decided, well, I'm going to see if I can still do tree, my favorite standing position, which I've done all my life, since I know yoga, every morning of my life. And so I tried, and of course I couldn't. And again, I just felt, that shouldn't have to happen. And I picked up some papers. And the first thing I picked up was this picture, which maybe we should sort of pass around. Well, somehow all kind of all of these people doing free pose. Every single one of them. And I thought, well, I got into there. Then I noticed way over in the corner, there's one little woman who can't do it. I can't do it. She's got her foot very far up, much less anything else. I pass it around. And she's smiling. And I looked to see, because there's a smile you have when you can't balance, that kind of nervous little everybody else is not balancing, it's not just you know that one. But she looked very happy. She looked content. And I thought, okay, Ruth, it's about time to remember yoga. We speak in yoga, santosha, contentment. Contentment where you are. Not something to postpone, but where you are. And coming to terms with that. So then, the next thing I turned to was this incredible sensation. This man balancing on passive ground. He's balancing in a wonderful dance on a post with rocks underneath him. If he falls, he will be absolutely jagged to pieces. And I looked at it and I thought, I don't have to do that. That's not expected. And I realized I'd gotten trapped into shoulds. I should be able to do tree pose. All these people can do it. I should do it. I don't feel I should be able to do this. And so I'm able to look at it with joy and see the beauty and not feel that I'm lessened in some sense by looking at it. And anyway, I've decided that in my next life I can do it. For sure. Okay? So that's all I wanted to tell you. If you want to come back, please, and we'll start yoga. What I would like to do in the next week is, at least a couple of times, is to bring you some unusual kinds of breathing. Maybe move in, would you, so that I don't have a feeling of losing some of you way over in the corner. Do you mind moving over? There are so many marvelous kinds of breathing in yoga that go way back in tradition that we very seldom see in all the modern books, almost never on the video. And many times they're tranquilized, other times they are energized. And it's good to have these things. The one we're going to do today is extremely simple. So we're going to balance the pineal gland and the and just to mention a little bit of what those two glands do, the pineal gland is still very much in the state of modern medicine. We do know that it is concerned with growth, at least up to stage 7, growth. We do know that in embryo, we have what's known as a third eye. And the pineal gland, which is in the center of the head, if you would just take your finger and put it right down into the middle of your head, at the level of your eye, that's where the pineal gland is. And it was considered for many, many years, except among ancient doctrines, to be unimportant. We know now that it is a light, has to do with light reflection and light inhibition. It's a tiny little gland, and it all through the ancient doctrines it's considered to be the soul, because it connects to the chakra at the third eye, which is the chakra of inner vision, of outer vision, and also inner vision, and of intuition being the light. The interesting thing is that we've all had that. We've had that third eye in embryo at the beginning of the infant, and then it disintegrates and goes away, and it's replaced the third eye by the pineal gland. It exists in many reptiles. Many reptiles actually have a third eye at the top of the face. There is a theory that maybe when we were much further back in history than we are now, that we may have had a third eye at the top of the head for several reasons. I would think the reason would be proprioception, which we now have without the third eye, which is that sensing of your body that you sometimes feel as though you have a sense that sees about your body, but it's not with the eye. It's awareness, body awareness. In fact, Dr. Sachs, who wrote a book called The Man Who Saw His Life as a Cat, and in that book it mentions a woman whose proprioception is destroyed totally, and she cannot connect with her body. She said, I feel as though my body was blind. She was holding teacups and she can't bring the cup to her mouth. She can't find her mouth. And we're going to do something very simple today, where you're going to have to reach back and find your foot. And you'll find it, because your inner proprioception will help you. But imagine being blind with your body to what's going on. So anyway, now they also found that the pineal gland secretes melatonin. If any of you is a frequenter of health food stores, you've heard about melatonin recently. It's supposed to improve sleep. It's produced naturally by the pineal gland in the body, but as we grow older, we cease to have as much secretion. And the melatonin, which you get in health food stores, is supposed to replace that loss. The only problem is, and it works, people are overwhelmed by how it works. And it seems so natural, not medical, medically. The only problem is that not enough research has been done. And interestingly enough, I just read an article in the Science magazine that they're afraid that it has a negative effect on the eye. This is a kind of irony that thing that comes from the very gland that is connected with sight should possibly damage you if you put it artificially. The other thing is that my father was a carrier pigeon expert, and they discovered that carrier pigeons have the equivalent of a pineal gland, which is what leads them unerringly wherever they're sent. So it's a very interesting gland. And so within our system, it has these usages of working when collecting light. The pituitary gland is the master of the system, and it governs the whole entity. Adrenal gland, thyroid gland. So it's extremely important that it is functioning well within all of the other entities, and particularly with the pineal gland. Pituitary is at the very top of the head. It is the seventh chakra, the chakra of the thousand petal lotus, which stands for the chakra of transcendence, or moving into enlightenment. And so we want that chakra to have all the freedom possible so that we can progress on all kinds of levels in the power. These two are balanced. Very simple. Sit however you're comfortable. And take a slow breath. I saw someone take their watch off. It's a very good thing to do when you do any kind of breathing exercises. watch up. I, for a long time, found that my watch changed when I kept it on, when I was doing 30 minutes of practice. So I would like to do that. It feels listen, some people feel together. And all you're going to do is breathe in, breath in, out, close your eyes, let the eyes drift up so they're looking at the top of the head. And then inhale for 3 breaths as you work to a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Then exhale as long and as slowly and as smoothly and as sweetly and as softly as you can. And then inhale again. 1, 2. All right. If you start again, and begin your count at your own pace. Imagine that your whole body is circulating with life. When finished, cycle, with breathing, and lie down on your right side, right arm over the head, right here on the upper arm. Imagine yourself on the down ceiling. And when you're ready, bring the upper arm over the head. That's 2 hands in the arm. Take a moment. This is what Namaste means. The highest potential is the highest potential. Bring the hand down and close your right nostril. Breathing through the left. And make the connection to the right hemisphere of the brain. And then turn onto your back. Arrange your blanket for your breathing. Give yourself into the embrace of your breath. Relax the root of the jaw, the root of the tongue. Eyes soft, down the heart. Body relaxed. All agitations of the mind still. Ensure the chin is soft. A concept will be to continue the steps to healing. When initially we encounter dire distress in terms of physical pain or emotional loss or grief, we're usually given warm support by family and friends. Typically, as time passes, there is an unconscious withdrawal of the urgent direct support and an unconscious suggestion that it is time for the person involved to begin to, quote, get over it, no matter what it was or is. Though certainly it is not the intent, this fosters in one engulfed by emotion a sense of guilt or inadequacy. It is essential then that those in pain stay firm in the truth that each of us has a timetable of recovery, which no outer measurement can determine. For the only emotions that can be termed fully negative are those which we do not allow ourselves to experience. To taste emotions, we feel are expected of us like an ineffective band-aid on top of unresolved pain will only encourage festering and infection. It also robs us of what may be the most significant endowment in the massive confusion, helplessness, and despair. That is the purgation, the shock into wakefulness that comes to us who have been split open and which reveals untapped courage and insight. It is ironic that despair's depths bring revelations similar to those which exalt us in what are called peak moments. In the shattering is the discovery that healing is in the wound, that grieving is what heals grief. By feeling it, experiencing it, clenching but continuing, feeling secret hiding place is safe. Sounding simple, it is unbelievably difficult. It means bearing the unbearable, thinking the unthinkable, facing a reality that seems impossible but is, and somewhere finding an elusive passage out and beyond. Being kind and loving to the self, not forcing a return to normalcy too soon, is essential, but it also involves dangers that the awareness and mindful observation of yoga can help us to avoid. It exposes self-indulgence, addiction to pain with its accompanying drama, and sentimentality versus true feeling, reminding us that these demean our sorrow and rob us of our dignity. Here Freud has given us guidance with his comment that the meaning of our lives comes from two things, love and work. When fortunate, love may come as a gift, but the work we can choose. It means any activity that captures us, no matter how simple or tiny. We have said earlier that repetition is time spent with prayer. Work, in turn, is our altar, to which we bring the first shaky attempt to move out of the grief-constricted self into the world. And we will continue that next time. Now finish the cycle of breathing. Remove the blanket. through that. Ready to align the body. Bring the hands to the top of the head. Inhale, exhale, push up with the elbow. Feel the reflex in the abdomen. Then we'll go to stick up to the push out with the elbow. Inhale out. And slowly return the head to the mat. Breathing neck lengthen, keep the length. Elbows out to the side, like wings, pressing down. Chest opening, heart opening. Space between the shoulders opening. And then drop the elbows on either side of the chest. Inhale, press down with the elbows, like this. Arch the upper back. Exhale, push away with the elbows, round the back, small back into the mat. Turn the buttocks to the abdominal. When you release the contraction, squeeze the small of the back, squeeze nicely around the mat. And release the face. Bring the thumbs down. Now you may want to bend the knees when you do this, bringing the feet up towards the buttocks on the floor. And then bring the thumbs under the hip bones and take the flesh apart, fingers toward the heel. And feel the small of the back just firmly nestling down the mat. And then stretch out to the right heel and out to the left. And keep the back arm firm. Take a deep breath in, exhale, raise into the chest, hands under the knee. Bring the hands out in front and rock to the left and to the right and to the left and to the right. Knees nice and even. Good. And drop the right foot down and stretch the leg out. Move out from the hip joint over the heel. Pick up the left foot with the right hand. Drop the knee. Now we spoke in the concept of repetition. Repetition must be new each time. Make your warm-up new. Use your beginner's mind. Remember to bring your blanket under the knee, not face to the floor. Massage all the foot with your thumb. Arms over the head. Stretch. Feel the chest open. Space between the shoulders. Arms stretching. Palms face the chest. Head down, chin in. Tree pose. Lying on the mat. That's what I have to become contented. Bring the arms down. Have the foot rest momentarily on the right side. Up, out, and down. And other side. Pick up the right foot. Bring it into the left foot and watch the knee. Push out to the left heel. Very much the left side. Arms over the head. Stretch. Put the chin in. Away. The neck chin long. Breathe. Feel the skin on the front of the body, sliding up, coming back, coming down. Open the body up, down. Stretch on the side, down. And knees back into the chest, hands behind the head. Clasp up. Inhale, exhale. Head comes up. Elbows come up toward the knee. Holding the knees with the elbows if you can. Breathing. Breathing up towards the back. Holding the knees. Now, take the left leg straight up. Bring the heel. Stretch out. elbow. Left elbow towards the right knee. Hold it and close to the elbow as you can. Make sure that that bent leg doesn't splay out to the side. Hold it, breathing. You can take an abdominal grip, just breathe over it. Breathe over it. Keep the leg lifted off and out. Round the small back, breathing out. Just slightly. Bring the knee back. Hold the knee. Right leg, straight up. Reach under the heel. Stretch out. Stretch out. Hand over. Both elbows. And then forward. And push out. And away from the knees. Gently. Keep the feet. Press together. Back off. Real fast. The bottom line. And into your comfort. Bring the feet up closer to the base. Lock the knees to the mat. And to the mat. Breathing. Down to the bottom. Breath going. And release. Drop the feet down and just roll over onto your knees onto the platform. We're going to continue the concept of movement, taking us to completion in stillness. And it's such a variety of asanas emerging out of it that it's so good to have. And to use I like to do at least one movement of the calf, in the sense of taking the side around and moving it in almost every practice of my own. And then let's move right into movement. Right knee up, take it back, left hand forward, arm forward, stretch, focus on the point. Hold and stretch out through the back leg, stretch through the hand. And come down and let's repeat on that same side. Taking the leg back, balancing, focusing. Bring the hand down, bring the leg back. And this time, the leg back, hand forward, and bring the hand back, and reach for that lucid foot. And stretch. Turn that left elbow back. Keep it back, and keep the body in alignment. Holding. Breathe. And come back. And back. Keep back. And shake up. Other side. Bring up. Inhale. Keep back. Left arm, right arm forward. Left side. Swing back. Get a sense of movement. Movement and balance. Swing back and go into it again. Alternate leg and arm. Good. I don't want the leg to go high. I want it to go toward the back of the room so the hips stay in alignment. Breathe. And one more swing. One more swing, making sure you're feeling the hips in alignment. Good. And the next time, bring the hand back, grasp the foot, Take your foot behind you. Yeah. Stretch the legs up. And back to the foot and up to the foot. And breathe. You separate the fingers, the hand will be more secure on the mat. And slowly come down. And sit back and shift up. And let's bring the arms forward and go up on the knees. Just practice the cat tuck behind it and the dog tilt in this position. Tuck it under and bring the tail over to you. Now keep the right arm extended out in front of you, and the left hand comes behind the elbow, and the left arm is horizontal. And then bring the chest toward the mat and fold it toward the mat. Bring that chest way down. And come up and opposite side. The arms straight forward. We want to keep working with the upper body. We work a lot with it the second week and work more with the legs. Stretch the upper body, flexible. One arm parallel, horizontal, one arm straight. Tail up, not rounding the back. Tail up. Good. Come out and stretch both arms forward. And stretch and bring the chest as close to the mat as you can. Tail up, chest down. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Keep the breath flowing. And slowly come down. Now we're going to work with dolphin. Dolphin is a variation of down dog. It feels more awkward than down dog because of the position at the elbows, but it's very good for us again to get a sense of the spine when we don't have the rest of the body helping us as much as in down dog. So we're going to do two versions, and we're going to then swing the dolphin. We're going to start with dolphin pose. So you bring the arms out, you come up. And we try to find your position of where the feet should be pretty much as we've done in down dog, where we sit on the toes, stretch the arms forward, and then come up. Separate the fingers, letting the weight come over the foot, thumb. This side is other, and pull up just a little bit. And this one, you know, makes it almost impossible to bring the heels down to at least the top. Fine up, and slowly, and push back, press and push. Abdominals come up, but they're not hard. And so let's just start with dolphin without movement. Okay? On your hands and knees, and on your toes, back on your heels, stretch, and that will help you pretty much have your facing in position correct. You don't have to change it. Separate the knees slightly, so the feet slightly, pulling out slightly. Inhale, exhale, tail to the ceiling. Take it up. Dog tilt. Dog tilt. Stay, keep the elbows down. Feels very awkward. Push back with the heels. Take the heels toward the floor. Good. Lifting. Breathe. Bring the spine into the body. Spine in. Good. Good. Breathe. Now lift the head and look forward a little bit. And try to keep the neck from tightening. Bring your feet in much closer. Now, this is just a form. Bring your feet in a little closer to your elbows. Down the feet into your elbows. A bit more. That's it. And come down on your side, which you already were. Oh, excuse me. Small as the bar. And slowly come up. Now, when you swing the dolphin, you change the weight. And push back. And swing forward. And push back. Swing forward. All right? Let's do it. Separate the fingers. Remember, weight toward the inner side of the palm. And then take your weight forward. And then push back. Heels go back toward the floor. Come up on the toes. Bring the body forward and bring the weight forward. Onto the elbows. Use your breath. Use your breath. Spine moves in two directions when you do that. Good. All right. Nice. And come down and release. And relax. And release. Feel restored. And come up. And we'll do an easier version. To do the harder one first. Maybe so you get it down. The next easier one is so much more beautiful. You're going to do it with the hands and arms in a different position. Bring your arms forward to bring one hand to the elbow between the waist and the hand. You clasp the hand and you make sure that the wrist neither rolls this way or inward. The wrist stays perpendicular, but the upper wrist is absolutely over the lower. The fingers linked, and you have the thumb locking. And if you stay in the posture very long and come out, you always change the thumb. The thumb, the big toes, all of the parts of the body are so essential that you remember when you do the posture. And then you do the same thing, swinging. You'll find it's much easier to swing forward in this position than it was with the arms extended. Okay? Let's sit on your toes. Arms forward. Get your facing. Arms forward. And look at those nice vertical ribs. Now when you're ready, come up on your toes, push back. dolphin. And now swing forward, way up on the toes. Then push the toes back as you swing into dolphin itself. And then come forward again. Bring the weight forward. Head comes over the clasped hands. And rock back and forth. Like a rocking ship. The knees never bend. Legs stay straight. Rocking. When you're tired, come down and move into full child pose. Pushing back in the opposite direction. And breathe deeply. Slowly come. Arms over the head. All right. The second week, we worked, or last week we worked with Nancy, with working on the legs. We started by massaging the feet. We're going to start right from the beginning with that, because everybody really seems to enjoy a little foot massage. This comes from, I mentioned the Korean yoga tradition, where they work so much with the feet and massaging and working on the meridians of the body. So let's put the feet up the left foot and bring the right one thumb under the big toe and one under the little, and pull that whole ball of the foot apart. Pull it apart and then kind of squeeze it together and rotate it, letting that become both strong and flexible. So important for your standing posture. And then sort of moving into the toes, stretching them a little bit. Then thumb in the middle of the heel. It helps you remember when you have a standing posture that you want that triangular base under the ball of the big toe, the little toe, and the middle of the heel. That helps to lift the arches and make a kind of vault of the foot. Then thumb into the center of the foot, and you'll feel right away that nerve plexus. And that affects many of the meridians of the body. And then bring your foot up and bring your arm underneath so you can hold the heel. Then hold the toes. Work the toes a little bit. See what's happening to your posture in the meantime. Thinking, slouching, okay. And then shout with the heel. And then shout. And shout. Working on the Achilles tendon. Somehow when I do this, do you feel the same way I do, that this is another person? Doing all this? Okay. Yeah. And then rotating. Then you just sort of bring the foot over to the right shoulder. Yep. And then let's try cradle. Get into the elbow. Holding. Good. And making sure you extend the leg straight forward and sitting on the front of your sitting bones and rotating. Working on the hip joint. And let the baby be a kind of active one. Don't getting a lot of movement in the ankle and the toes. Okay. And then holding the foot and bringing it up close to the forehead, close to the mid-nose, and chin. Try not to bring the body forward in order to do that. Bring it stiff. Okay. All right. Then come out and stretch out. Hold. Yeah. Good. All right. And opposite side. Thumb snapping, balls of the big under the toe, massaging and stretch. Breathe. Straighten the toes out, keep them way out. The longer your toes are in standing posture, let it do that. Need them able to spread and able to stretch. And thumb into the center of the heel. And then into the center of the heel. And pick up the foot, under the elbow, and rock. Get a little active. Oh, I don't think we did these toes. Maybe we do it here. Press the elbow and push down and push away the heel. Hold the foot. Forehead, nose, chin. Reach. Or make a symbolic gesture. Alright. And take the leg up. Stretch it up. And down. And let's work a little bit. Use our breath a little bit differently than Renee usually done. Bringing the right knee firmly up into the chest, getting the knee as close to the chest as you can. Bring the hands under the mid-thigh, clasp the hands. Now keeping the thigh against the chest and pushing out with the left heel and firming the left buttock. Just stretch the lower leg up. Don't straighten the leg. The knee stays bent. Thigh stays into the chest and just push up against the heel. Just working for the lower leg and the leg. Chin in, back long. Keep the border of your shoulders even. Keep that firmness on the left side. And then slowly begin to let yourself take the leg up. Still hold the thigh. And the knee a little bit. And up. And throw the shoulder and then up and stretch. And hold. And point the toes. And back the heel. Point the toes. And stretch. And hold. And then bring the knee down and stretch out to the heel. Other side. Knee into the chest, holding the left side. Stretch out to the right heel, firm the right buttock, push up. Keeping that thigh firmly, that whole thigh firmly against the chest. Keep it firmly in. You don't want to come up. You don't care how high up you bring that lower leg. I don't want the knee to come up with it. The knee stays against you. Just the lower leg moves up. That's good. Stretching it with movement. Good. And then when you're ready, stretch the legs straight up, moving into the heel. Bend a little bit and go into the heel again. And bring the legs up and out and down and release. If you need to try, take the leg out to the side, and the side out. Yes, they are. Otherwise, just holding. So move the hips toward the heel and bring the right leg straight up and either put a tie around the ball of the toes or hold the big toe with the index finger and the thumb and push up. Left hand is on the hip, holding the hip down or the upper thigh, whichever works better for you. We'll move into Supta Padangusthasana, and the symbolic meaning is to move beyond your limitations, to move beyond your potential. To inhale and exhale and take the legs out to the side. The way we'll do when we work with plow and take the legs to the floor. And bring the leg back up again and out to the side. And repeat that movement. And then take the leg out and hold. And be sure the opposite side is down. Hold it down with the hand. You can't do it otherwise. You have your hand on the hip so you can just move that hip towards the floor. And breathe. Breath. Holding. Breathe. And bring the leg up. And push out and down. Other side. Take the leg up. Breathe. See if there's a difference on each side. See which one is more amenable. Good. And inhale, exhale, take the legs out. Open out, open. Feel whole groin open. And breathe. Take the legs back and forth a little bit. Watching the spine. Push out. Holding, breathing. And back. And take the leg out and down. And finish. Up. Watch that opposite hip. If it comes up, I don't want you rocking in order to take that leg to the side and having the opposite hip come up. I'm going to lose it. Now, just rock, bring your knees to your chest and rock up to sitting just for a moment. I want to interrupt the series just for a moment. I meant to do this at the beginning of the series, but I think we'll do it partway through. We're going to do that beautiful groin test. Hands behind you. One leg straight. And right leg up. Now what we hope is by the time we finish the leg series, this will not feel the way it feels now. Okay? Stretching And bend the knee, stretch it out, and bring it down. You may notice one side will be easier than the other. And bring the legs out, stretch, and stop. Stretch. Into it. Hold. Feel it inside. And down. And take it out. And lie down. Once again, you're going to have to take your legs inside, so plan relative to the people next to you. Bring the arms out to the side, palms down. Turn the palms up, rotating that armpit as you do that. Knees into the chest. Take the hips to the left. Shift it just slightly. Let's come back to center. And let's do that with the legs lifted. Very quickly. And shift the hips to the left. Slowly bring the legs over towards that upturned palm. Watch the left shoulder. Try to keep it down.
Going to the right.
Down, you'll find that the upper foot doesn't quite come and match the lower. So bring your left hand into the hip and pull it down and pull away a little bit so you make space in the hip joint, and then you can stretch that upper foot a little bit more so that the feet are more matching. You had an interesting encounter. Very fine. Take that correction if you need to. Have feet more level with each other. Breathing. Bend the knees and come back. And right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left. And let's drop up. Sitting and pull the right leg up. Holding. Up, down. And left leg up. Up. And hold. Come up. Stretch. 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 Legs together, not apart. Stretch up. Let's breathe. Holding. Use the breath to hold. If you rock back, don't worry, you'll just have a nice fit. Okay. Holding, breathe. Breathe. Hold. And go to breathe down. Good. Alright. And knees up. Bring the hands under the knees. Now remember, it's not how wide you are. In fact, I'd like to be within your limit rather than going to them. That helps you get your ego set. Otherwise, it's just very strong. That's what I can do. And be sure the buttocks lift. And you're sitting on the front edge of the sitting bone. And you want to feel as though you're standing on your thighs. You want to be sure the legs do not roll in. Feet are vertical, but not forced vertical. They are just standing up. Okay? You don't want to go in and get into tendencies and then become forward in order to open out as you want. Just stretching out, doing that long, beautiful stretch. Now this is when you want to listen to the lining of your skin. You want the lining of the skin to speak to your muscles. You want it to speak to your organs. And when we move forward into this, I'd like you to have the feeling that the organs of the pelvis are kind of tucking and nestling into the body. So it's so soft, it's tucked in, and very delicate sense of movement and of protection. At the same time, the hara is the driving force of the stroke. It's the hara right here that takes you over gradually into where you can go. So you want to have a lot of respect for this part of the body. And that one thing, we're going to curl and in. And let's just start by the toes. You can do two ties, hard. Try not to have the knees, any light showing under the knees. You can help it and help keep moving back onto the tips of the sitting bones and find yourself very directly, really standing on the side. Holding, breathe. Then this, just like Padasana, when you stand this like this, play. Let yourself come forward and have no goal, no Olympic test. Just feeling the body, letting the body speak to you, listening to it, gently forward, remembering always to work from the heart, to work from both sides of the body. And then maybe come back. You can bring the hands behind and clasp them and come forward. And look at the upper body as well. And come back, get into the sitting bones. Breathe. This is a very intimate, vulnerable pose. Therefore, it becomes one of interiorization, where you intend to move more within. Therefore, it affects much more the emotion and the inner self. It can help dissolve blockages, emotional blockages in the body. Because in our culture, we tend so much to hold that whole area in attention. And when you come out, bring your hands under the knees, up. All right. Okay. And then let's give ourselves a little rest from a total stretching at that time. So let's hold the legs here. And slowly extend one arm out to the side, and let it just go through and feel the back of the arm and stretch and breathe up. See how easy it is. Breathe. And come down. And get out. And once more. stretching, breathing. Good. And come back. And once again, lift. Right. And once again, out. Stretch and lift. And down. Good. All right. And pick up the right foot. Let's hold it here. And take the right foot up and move into the heel. And down. Remembering that each time you exhale, the breastbone tends to drop. And we want very much in all postures, and particularly in pranayama, to make a distinction between the breastbone and the diaphragm. When you lift the breastbone, if you lift the diaphragm too, you're going to tighten it. You want to allow the diaphragm to drop down when you inhale so more breath can come in. So we need to learn to feel the bones of the body, to feel the muscles, to feel the skin. Okay? So lifting, inhale and exhale, and now take the leg out. Move into the heel. And then come down. And let's go out again. And then this time, let's heel. Down. Oh. And down. And one more time. Lifting. Stretching. Breathing. Listening. And down. And opposite side. Straight up first. Right. Down. And out. And stretch. Watch the whole body and lift the foot. And come back. And lift the foot. Stretch. Good. Good. And one more time. And lift. And back. Open. 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 Hold. Breathe. Straight. And down. And up. Out. You can do it again. You can. You did it once. Remember, always if you roll back, enjoy it. And one more time. Okay. And up. And stretch. Good. And down. And stop it. Give yourself into the restoration of the pose. Not a working pose. Immediately, like arms, front, back and forth. This time, let all of what you've done in the past become a sort of coursing through the body. All the veins and the arteries, everything feels circulation. Alright, and shake it out. Just move into a nice easy fish pose just to have a complete change in what you've done. And lying down and bringing the hands down into the belly. And then inhale, exhale, and up and slide the feet away. Slide on the hands. Remember, shoulder crease. And let the head drop. Take one elbow out, then the other. And then just twist the mat. And then the elbows into the mat, and then twist and really arch the mat. And slowly come down. And we'll just have time for partners to work with you with the fish and stretch the arms afterwards so you get that marvelous release of the neck. So take a partner, size won't matter. One person on the mat in fish pose. This will help us in the completion of the pose. So then you can go into a little going. Okay? One person lying on the back, on the mat, into your position. Now you two are new to this, so why don't we have someone who's done this before work with each of you? Okay? Peggy, would you mind working with one of the new people? How can we do this? You fished before. Or do I have to work with one of the new students? And maybe Sandra, you could work with the other half. Could you do that?
I can with this.
Now just remember that the person on the mat, lie down, totally relax. Chin drop, and bring the hands under the belly. Come up on your elbows and slide forward on your hands. Keeping the legs straight. Slide. Be firmly on your elbows. Good. Now drop the head back. Be sure that the head is in alignment. She's a little off-center. Good. Then person doing the pose, come onto your elbows, one elbow at a time. Bring the hands out from under the body. Good. And bring the arms up, forearms up, press into your elbows on the floor, and arch onto the top of your head. So that you're completely on the top of the head. Now partner, come behind them. And they'll take their arms over the head. Sit behind, no stand. Because you want to bring the arms very low. And take the wrists or the arms if they have sore wrists and bring the arms over the head. That's good. And stretch. If someone is new to the pose, don't have them stay too long. If we had time, somebody should be pulling the feet. Oh, all right. And then release. And the person having done the pose, bring the knees into the chest. And then roll for a moment into child pose, and your partner will stretch your back. On the left side of your partner, stretch. Left side, sorry. I wasn't. Yeah. I'm catching it from Ruth now, see? come behind your partner. Come behind your partner. Have them bring their arms up, grasp the wrists or the mid-arm if they have a sore wrist. Let them stand. Let them lean into your body. Stretch up. And out to the side and down. Good. And a tiny little okay, and change roles. Hands under the buttock. Palms down. Nice long body. Feel those long legs that you've stretched about 3 inches. And inhale, exhale, come up on your elbows. Slide on the hands. So slide ahead and then drop the head back. Wonderful. Take it back slowly. Drop on top. Now take your arms out and elbows firmly to the floor. Press down with the elbows. Press down with those elbows. And then arms above your head. Now take the arms over the head. Yeah. Bring the knees into the chest when you have completed being pulled and stretched. And then roll into child pose. Partner will stretch. You want this hand breathe into it. Good. And slowly come up. Step toward your partner so they can lean into you as you lift them. And out the side. Full massage. And lie down. Thank you. Next week, I want you to be sure to bring at least one blanket, if possible two, though we're just going to work with plow, not shoulders down, and we'll work with variations of plow and work up into it with some other things. Most of you will find that in plow, possibly one blanket is enough, but just in case, if you're not sure and have two blankets, then two. Lie down now. Kenneth Patchen has spoken of the feeling that you have after you do a wondrous work. And I'd like to feel that that's what you've done for the body. That's the gift you're giving to the body. And now let the breath take over. And letting the eyes be soft and down from the heart. Relax the root of the jaw and the root of the tongue. And surround yourself with a zone of silence. As the eyes sink more deeply down, feel the cheekbones soften. The lips soft and straight, with nectar on the tongue. And as the face relaxes and the senses turn inward, the rest of the body follows. And softness will speak through all of your being. Take your attention to the nostrils. Notice the subtlety of the breath of the nostrils. Let yourself hear the soothing sound of your breath as you breathe deeply, taking the breath not only into the body, but into the mind. Let the breath as it expands the cage of the ribs remind you of the sacred heart chakra, the space in which we feel our cosmic longing. Let the breath wash across the mind, smoothing out the wrinkles of thought. Let it be a magnet drawing you deeply into the present, the here and the now. The breath opens a doorway into inner space. Surrender to the breath in silence. This is the essence. The brain humbly ascends. The body ascends towards the light. your breath be a bridge between stillness and movement. And begin to feel the fingers and the toes and the periphery of the body. And turn on your right side. And stretch. And on your left side. Remember, when you come up to sitting, to roll up. The head does not come up until the very last. So stay in the fetal position. Bring the upper hand out in front. Other hand comes. And then roll. Keeping the head down, until you roll up. Coming like something that has just been created at the beginning of time. Begin to be right. Alright. And sitting quietly and on the eyes. Look into all the happening. And nicely. Hands on the shoulders. Deep breath in.